Ping pong, pool, foosball.
Trampoline?
Oh yeah, trampoline goes right over there, and then all these walls are gone, replaced with 3-inch glass. This can stay.
Doesn't that look lovely? Yellow stands for happiness and creativity.
This place doesn't have any running water or electricity.
Ignore her, she was born without vision.
When I read the book about 7 years ago, it still stuck with me. In fact, my wife and I last night were still talking about the book and comparing it to the movie and just how impactful it was. And when I read the book, I wondered if you ever have any withdrawals with putting your life story out there in a book, and then now in a movie even so, did you even, with this, is there any cons to that to go, I just don't know if I want that out there, even all these years removed, is there still any of that?
Any regrets, you mean?
You're
about
right,
it?
right.
No, not a single one. Nothing. There has been nothing negative that has come from having told my story. I was so afraid of it being out there, and if there is a negative, it's just I get letters and I can't respond in the way that I should. People pour their hearts out to me, and I should write them 10-page letters back, and I can't do it. But so far as myself, it has been only beautiful. It has transformed the world for me. You know, I can meet a complete stranger who's read my story, and they've got no inhibitions because they're like, you know, you'll understand this. I can tell you this. You won't pass judgment on me. And so the world is filled with potential friends now. Instead of all these strangers, people will stop me in an airport, and I mean, it doesn't happen that often. I'm not that famous, but they'll say, "Thank you for your story." You know, my father was an alcoholic too. We start talking about alcoholic dads. You know, and previously it was just somebody I would have crossed in the airport. So there's been nothing negative about it. I suppose it'll just be more with the movie. I mean, movies are such a powerful medium for storytelling, and it really elevates it to a new level. But we went to that screening last night, and everybody there who saw it, it was just more of the same. It was beauty and warmth and the sharing of stories. And that's my hope for this movie, is that it'll encourage people to share their stories.
Now, seeing the movie now, was there any emotions that came up that surprised you that you felt?
Oh, constantly. You know, I just thought that the actors just did such astonishing jobs at capturing the complexity of the emotions, and scenes like the scenes between Woody Harrelson and the little 10-year-old me, where she looks at him with such confusion and love and pain and doesn't really know what's going on. It rips my heart out.
It does, and I think that's the impact that everybody had. And I'm going to tread lightly here, because even it comes up in the movie when Brie Larson tells their fiance, says, "Hey, this is my family. Watch how you talk about them."
Well, exactly.
You know?
You know, it's funny because a previous script had been done that I thought I could live with a sort of cheapening of my family, a sort of, people warned me that when my book was made into a movie, it was going to be Hollywoodized. And I thought, well, that's fine, I can live with that. And then I read an early version, I thought, I don't know if I can live with this. My parents are not a punchline, at least not somebody else's punchline. It's my family. Let me be the one who lies about them. Let me be the one who makes fun of them. But when Destin got his hands on this as director, he was so compassionate about getting it right. And I gotta say, all the actors felt the same way. They were just constantly calling or emailing me about, does this feel right to you? Does this make sense? Can we talk about this? They just wanted to get it right. Always with compassion and respect for the humanity of these people, for whom most people, they just look like crazy homeless people or crazy squatters or crazy drunks or whatever. But each of the actors, and really everyone who touched this movie, understood that nobody is just one thing. Nobody is just a homeless person or an alcoholic, that there's always so much more there. And I thought that they did a brilliant job of getting these layered performances. Woody in particular, he captures the sort of irresistible quality of my father, the love, and also the pain and the neediness. And it's really hard to hate this man. No matter how hard you try, you find yourself sort of giving in because he gives so much, and he wants so much to be liked. And it was a spectacular performance in that way.
Well, thanks for sharing the story again with us on the big screen. It's powerful, and it's going to touch a lot of people. So I appreciate your time today, and good luck with the film.
Your lips to God's ears. I think they did a good job, and I think people will get the message.